In our everyday lives, many of us find ourselves caught in an unending quest for approval from others. Whether it's from friends, family, or colleagues, this desire for validation can become overwhelming. We often believe that if we gain the acceptance of those around us, we will feel happier and more fulfilled. However, this pursuit can create a cycle of dependence that ultimately restricts our individuality and personal growth. The ancient Stoics, a philosophical school from Greece and Rome, had profound insights into this very issue. They warned against the dangers of seeking external validation, emphasizing that our sense of worth should not hinge on the opinions of others. The Stoics believed that true contentment comes from within. When we base our self-esteem on what others think of us, we risk losing our authentic selves. This wisdom is especially relevant today, as social media and constant connectivity can amplify our desire for approval. To genuinely embrace our individuality, we must first accept the uncomfortable truth that not everyone will like us. This realization can be daunting. Many of us fear rejection and disappointment, which leads us to mold ourselves into someone we think others will accept. However, this approach only serves to stifle our true selves. By conforming to the expectations of others, we miss out on the opportunity to express our unique identities. Welcoming the discomfort of being disliked is an essential part of personal liberation. It's a journey that invites us to challenge our fears head-on. Instead of constantly seeking reassurance, we can learn to find strength in our own beliefs and values. This shift in mindset encourages us to embrace vulnerability, allowing us to connect with ourselves and others on a deeper level. This journey towards self-liberation is not simply a choice, it's a profound transformation of how we perceive ourselves and our place in the world. It encourages us to explore what truly matters to us, our passions, our dreams, and our principles, without the burden of others' judgments. As we embark on this path, we can cultivate a sense of identity that is resilient and authentic, allowing us to flourish. Accepting discomfort and the possibility of being disliked also helps us develop resilience. It teaches us that rejection is a natural part of life and that we can thrive despite it. This resilience empowers us to take risks, pursue our goals, and engage with life more fully. We begin to understand that our worth is not determined by how many people approve of us, but rather by our ability to stand firm in our convictions. In conclusion, embracing our true selves and letting go of the need for universal approval is essential for our growth and happiness. It allows us to live more authentically and to find joy in our uniqueness. When we shift our focus from seeking validation to embracing self-acceptance, we embark on a powerful journey toward genuine freedom and fulfillment. By prioritizing our own values and beliefs, we create a life that reflects who we truly are, paving the way for deeper connections and a richer experience of life. Number 1. The freedom of unattachment. In a world that often values conformity over individuality, the desire to be liked can feel all-consuming. We navigate social circles, workplace dynamics, and even family interactions with a constant awareness of how our actions might be perceived. This quest for approval can lead to anxiety, self-doubt, and a profound sense of dissatisfaction. But what if we could break free from this cycle? The concept of unattachment offers a powerful solution, allowing us to reclaim our authenticity and live life on our own terms. Philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal of life." This profound insight invites us to reflect on what it truly means to be free. True freedom isn't merely the absence of physical constraints, it's the ability to act in accordance with our deepest values without being shackled by the opinions of others. By shedding the need for approval, we unlock the potential to pursue our passions and interests without hesitation, creating a life that resonates with our true selves. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose, driven not by the desire to meet others' expectations, but by a commitment to your own values. This shift in perspective is the essence of detachment. It means prioritizing our beliefs and aspirations over societal pressures. When we act with integrity, we cultivate a sense of inner strength that empowers us to face challenges head-on. This newfound resilience allows us to make choices based on what feels right for us, rather than what we think will earn us approval or admiration. Moreover, unattachment can transform our approach to relationships. When we stop seeking validation from others, we create space for genuine connections. Instead of crafting a facade to fit in, we present our authentic selves, inviting others to do the same. This openness fosters deeper bonds built on trust and mutual respect, enhancing our social interactions. As we engage with others from a place of authenticity, we often attract those who resonate with our true selves, forming relationships that are far more fulfilling than those based on pretense. Another significant aspect of unattachment is the clarity it brings to our decision-making process. When we're not constantly worried about what others will think, we become more attuned to our own desires and motivations. This clarity helps us to navigate life's complexities with confidence. For instance, whether it's choosing a career path, pursuing a passion project, or making personal choices, the fear of disapproval fades away. Instead, we find ourselves making decisions that align with our values, leading to a more satisfying and meaningful life. Embracing this philosophy also encourages personal growth. Without the pressure to conform, we become more open to exploring new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. We can take risks and step outside our comfort zones, knowing that our worth isn't contingent on others' opinions. This growth mindset fosters resilience, creativity, and adaptability, allowing us to evolve as individuals. We learn to embrace failure as a part of the journey, understanding that it doesn't define us but rather contributes to our growth. Number 2, the power of perspective. Life is full of challenges, and one of the most difficult experiences we can face is encountering disdain or negativity from others. Whether it's a dismissive comment from a colleague, criticism from a friend, or indifference from a crowd, these moments can be disheartening. However, the way we respond to such situations is what truly matters. The Roman philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This profound insight invites us to delve deeper into our mindsets and offers a transformative approach to adversity. When we confront dislike or rejection, our initial reaction might be to feel defeated or diminished. It's natural to internalize negative feedback, thinking it reflects our worth. Yet, if we take a moment to pause and reflect, we can choose to reinterpret these experiences. Instead of seeing disdain as a personal failure, we can recognize it as a testament to our courage and authenticity. It takes bravery to be ourselves in a world that often pressures conformity. This reframing helps us appreciate the strength it takes to express our true selves, regardless of others' opinions. By shifting our perspective, we transform adversity into a powerful catalyst for personal growth. Each instance of negativity can be viewed as an opportunity to learn something valuable about ourselves. When faced with rejection, we can ask ourselves what we might gain from the experience. This proactive approach allows us to extract lessons from every setback. Instead of feeling crushed by disapproval, we can gather insights that help us refine our paths and strengthen our resolve. This perspective doesn't diminish the pain of rejection. Rather, it empowers us to rise above it. Resilience is an essential quality that enables us to navigate life's ups and downs. It's like a muscle that becomes stronger with consistent use. When we face difficulties and consciously choose to see them as opportunities for growth, we cultivate resilience over time. Each challenge we encounter adds to our emotional toolkit, preparing us for future obstacles. Rather than succumbing to bitterness or self-doubt, we foster a mindset that embraces challenges as essential parts of our journey. This growth-oriented approach not only enriches our personal development, but also enhances our ability to cope with future adversity. Moreover, adopting this perspective creates a sense of connection with others who share similar experiences. When we recognize that rejection and disappointment are universal aspects of the human experience, we foster empathy and understanding. This realization can lead to meaningful conversations where we share our stories of overcoming adversity. By creating a supportive community, we can uplift each other and draw strength from our collective resilience. These connections remind us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that sharing our challenges can inspire others to view their own difficulties in a new light. Ultimately, the power of our thoughts shapes our emotional landscape. By intentionally choosing to cultivate a positive perspective, we can enhance our overall happiness and well-being. Number 3. The strength of radical acceptance. Embracing our vulnerabilities is a transformative journey that begins with a profound acceptance of ourselves, including the parts we often dislike. This journey is not just about acknowledging our flaws. It's about understanding that these imperfections are an integral part of our humanity. Every person has their own set of weaknesses, and recognizing this can be liberating. Instead of hiding behind a facade of perfection, we can learn to appreciate the authenticity that comes from being real. This shift in perspective allows us to explore our true selves, free from the constraints imposed by societal expectations. Philosopher Seneca offers timeless wisdom when he emphasizes that a strong character cannot be built on the whims of the crowd. This powerful idea invites us to consider the importance of self-reliance and personal values. In a world that often seeks to dictate how we should think and behave, standing firm in our beliefs can be an act of courage. When we prioritize our own sense of identity over external approval, we start to carve a path that reflects our true nature. This internal alignment fosters a sense of purpose, guiding us toward decisions that genuinely resonate with who we are. The pressure to appear perfect can be overwhelming, especially in today's social media-driven culture. We are constantly bombarded with images and messages that promote an unrealistic standard of success and beauty. This relentless pursuit of perfection can lead to feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. However, by embracing our imperfections, we can break free from this exhausting cycle. Accepting that no one is flawless allows us to redefine our standards and recognize that it's okay to be a work in progress. This newfound freedom encourages us to be more compassionate with ourselves and, in turn, with others. As we cultivate authenticity, we discover an incredible strength within ourselves. Authenticity goes beyond mere self-acceptance. It is about being open and honest in our interactions with others. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we create space for deeper connections and meaningful relationships. These authentic connections remind us that everyone has their own battles, fostering a sense of camaraderie and support. In sharing our struggles, we not only lighten our own burdens but also encourage others to do the same, building a community rooted in understanding and empathy. Radical acceptance also empowers us to defy judgment from others. When we truly accept ourselves, we become less affected by the opinions of those around us. This newfound confidence allows us to live life on our own terms, rather than being constrained by the fear of criticism. It's liberating to realize that we don't have to meet anyone else's expectations. We can define our own paths. This shift helps us embrace our individuality, celebrating our uniqueness rather than viewing it as a flaw to hide. Number 4. The art of dispassionate observation. In our fast-paced world, emotions can often feel overwhelming, clouding our judgment and leading us to make hasty decisions. This is where the ancient wisdom of the Stoics comes into play. They practiced a powerful technique called dispassionate observation, which encourages us to observe our emotions without becoming entangled in them. This approach allows us to step back and gain a clearer perspective on our feelings, particularly when we encounter negative emotions like dislike or frustration. Imagine being faced with a situation that triggers anger or resentment. Instead of reacting impulsively, dispassionate observation invites us to take a moment to breathe and reflect. Picture yourself as an audience member watching a play unfold. By stepping into this role, you can witness the drama without being swept away by the intensity of the emotions on stage. This creates a vital distance, enabling you to analyze your feelings and choose a thoughtful response rather than a reflexive one. This practice of observation reveals the profound power of choice. When we pause and reflect on our emotions, we realize that we have the ability to respond in ways that align with our values and long-term goals. For instance, if you feel a wave of frustration rising in response to a colleague's behavior, you can consciously decide to approach the situation calmly rather than reacting with anger. This mindful response not only helps in resolving conflicts, but also fosters healthier relationships with those around you. Dispassionate observation also enhances our self-awareness. By consistently practicing this technique, we begin to notice patterns in our emotional responses. We can identify triggers that lead us to feel a certain way, allowing us to prepare for those moments in advance. If you recognize that certain situations consistently evoke anxiety, you can strategize ways to cope with those feelings before they escalate. This understanding empowers us to take control of our emotional landscape rather than being at its mercy. Moreover, as we cultivate this skill, we often experience a significant shift in our inner dialogue. Instead of harshly criticizing ourselves for our emotions, we learn to treat our feelings with kindness and curiosity. We come to understand that it's okay to feel negative emotions. What matters is how we choose to engage with them. This shift fosters a sense of compassion, both for ourselves and for others, as we recognize that everyone grapples with their own emotional challenges. With time and practice, the art of dispassionate observation can lead to a deeper sense of inner peace. As we learn to detach from our emotional responses, we find ourselves navigating life's challenges with greater ease. Instead of reacting with anxiety or frustration, we respond with calmness and clarity. This emotional resilience not only improves our well-being, but also enhances our interactions with others, making us more patient and empathetic in our relationships. Number 5. The legacy of courageous individuals. History is a tapestry woven with the stories of individuals who dared to stand against the tide, often at great personal cost. These courageous figures faced scorn and derision, yet their unwavering commitment to their beliefs left an indelible mark on the world. Their lives serve as powerful reminders that the pursuit of truth and justice can come with significant challenges, but those challenges can also lead to transformative change. One of the most iconic examples is Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher known for his relentless quest for knowledge. In a society that valued conformity and obedience, Socrates openly questioned the beliefs and practices of his time. His method of inquiry, known as the Socratic method, encouraged critical thinking and self-reflection. However, this approach did not endear him to many. In fact, it led to his condemnation and execution. Despite facing death, Socrates remained true to his principles, famously declaring that an unexamined life is not worth living. His steadfastness inspires us to challenge our own assumptions and strive for deeper understanding, even when it puts us at odds with prevailing opinions. Socrates' legacy is echoed in the lives of many other brave individuals who faced hostility for their beliefs. Take Galileo Galilei, for instance. The renowned astronomer challenged the geocentric view of the universe, which had been widely accepted for centuries. His support for heliocentrism, the idea that the Earth revolves around the Sun, resulted in severe backlash from religious authorities. Galileo was tried by the Inquisition and forced to recant his findings. Yet, despite the pressure, he continued to advocate for scientific inquiry, paving the way for modern astronomy. His story illustrates how the pursuit of knowledge can often collide with societal norms, yet those who persevere can effect profound change. Another powerful example is Rosa Parks, whose quiet act of defiance became a catalyst for the civil rights movement in the United States. By refusing to give up her seat to a white passenger on a segregated bus, Parks challenged the systemic racism of her time. Her arrest sparked widespread protests and highlighted the deep injustices faced by African Americans. Parks' courage demonstrated that individual actions, no matter how small, can resonate powerfully within society. Her legacy continues to inspire those fighting for equality and justice, reminding us that standing up for what is right can lead to significant societal change. The stories of these courageous individuals underscore a vital truth. Pursuing one's values can often lead to adversity. However, their resilience teaches us the importance of integrity. Aligning our actions with our beliefs not only honors those who have come before us, but also emboldens us to face our own challenges. In a world where conformity is often encouraged, being true to oneself can feel like an uphill battle, but it is essential for personal and societal growth. Number 6. The challenge of self-reflection. Life is full of encounters that can make us feel disliked or rejected, and these moments often hit harder than we expect. When someone expresses disapproval or indifference towards us, it can stir up a whirlwind of emotions. Instead of merely reacting to this negativity, we have a unique opportunity to turn inward and reflect on what these experiences reveal about our beliefs and values. This journey of self-reflection can be both enlightening and transformative, allowing us to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes rational thought and emotional resilience, plays a crucial role in this process. It encourages us to pause and analyze our reactions rather than letting emotions dictate our responses. When faced with rejection, we might ask ourselves, what is it about this situation that bothers me? Is it the fear of not being liked, or perhaps a deeper insecurity? By framing our feelings as inquiries rather than conclusions, we can start peeling back the layers of our emotional reactions. As we delve deeper into our introspection, we may uncover surprising truths about our attachments. These attachments often stem from a desire for validation, a longing for acceptance, or even past experiences that have shaped our self-esteem. For instance, we might realize that our discomfort arises from an over-reliance on external approval to feel worthy. This understanding can be liberating. It shifts our focus from seeking validation from others to nurturing a sense of self-worth that is independent and intrinsic. This process of uncovering the roots of our discomfort is not only about identifying negative feelings, but also about fostering personal growth. The more we understand our emotional landscape, the better equipped we are to respond constructively to challenging situations. Instead of reacting defensively or withdrawing, we can choose to engage with our feelings thoughtfully. This conscious approach allows us to develop healthier coping mechanisms and relationships, enabling us to handle future encounters with greater poise. Self-awareness, gained through this reflective practice, acts as a solid foundation for our personal development. It helps us recognize patterns in our behavior that may hinder our growth. For example, if we identify a recurring fear of rejection, we can actively work on building our confidence and resilience. This might involve setting personal goals, surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals, or challenging ourselves to step outside our comfort zones. Moreover, the journey of self-reflection is ongoing. Each encounter with dislike or rejection becomes a lesson, adding depth to our understanding of ourselves. By embracing these moments as opportunities for growth, we learn to navigate life's challenges with a greater sense of clarity and purpose. This proactive mindset not only enhances our emotional well-being but also enriches our interactions with others. In conclusion, while facing dislike is undeniably difficult, it is also a catalyst for significant personal growth. Number 7. The art of mindful communication. Mindful communication is a powerful tool that allows us to express our thoughts and feelings while inviting openness to different perspectives. At its core, this practice acknowledges that when we share our truths, we might encounter dissent or disagreement. Philosopher Seneca reminds us that a good character is not made in a day. This notion highlights that effective communication is a continuous journey, requiring us to cultivate patience and resilience as we articulate our beliefs. When we choose to express ourselves, it's essential to prepare for the possibility of critique. This readiness doesn't mean we should shy away from sharing our viewpoints. Instead, it encourages us to embrace the idea that differing opinions can enrich our conversations. Engaging with alternative perspectives allows us to expand our understanding and promotes personal growth. It's an opportunity to explore ideas beyond our own and to appreciate the diversity of thought that exists in our interactions. One of the most transformative aspects of mindful communication is its ability to shift confrontations into constructive dialogues. Rather than viewing disagreements as battles to be won, we can reframe them as collaborative discussions where everyone's voice holds value. This approach fosters an environment where individuals feel safe to share their thoughts without fear of being dismissed. By inviting dialogue, we open pathways to empathy, allowing us to connect on a deeper level even when our opinions diverge. Preparation is a crucial element of engaging in mindful communication. Before entering a discussion, take time to reflect on your key points and how you want to convey them. Consider the emotions you want to express and the message you wish to communicate. This intentional preparation not only helps clarify your thoughts, but also encourages you to be mindful of your tone and body language. A calm demeanor and an open posture can significantly enhance the effectiveness of your message, making it easier for others to engage with you. Listening is another vital component of mindful communication. Active listening involves more than just hearing words. It requires us to understand the emotions and intentions behind those words. When we practice active listening, we validate the speaker's experience and demonstrate respect for their perspective. This mutual respect lays the groundwork for a more open dialogue, where participants feel encouraged to share their thoughts freely. By genuinely engaging with others' ideas, we foster an atmosphere of trust and understanding. Patience plays a pivotal role in this process as well. Navigating disagreements can be challenging, but taking the time to engage thoughtfully can lead to more profound conversations. When we approach discussions with patience, we signal to others that we value their input and are willing to invest the time needed for meaningful exchange. This patience creates space for reflection and encourages participants to explore their ideas more deeply, leading to richer and more productive dialogues. In a world where opinions constantly swirl around us, the philosophy of Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective that can deeply transform our lives. At its core, Stoic wisdom teaches us that the feelings of being disliked or misunderstood are not signs of failure. Instead, they represent a courageous commitment to authenticity. When we dare to be ourselves, we embrace a path that prioritizes genuine expression over the transient approval of others. As we delve into this philosophy, we begin to understand the importance of self-control. Life is full of external influences that can easily sway our emotions and decisions. By practicing self-control, we cultivate the ability to remain grounded, regardless of what others might think. This strength enables us to respond to life's challenges with resilience and poise. Rather than seeking validation from those around us, we learn to trust our own judgments and values, allowing us to navigate our unique paths with confidence. The journey towards embracing our true selves demands a steadfast commitment. Self-acceptance is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of recognizing both our strengths and our imperfections. This acceptance is liberating, as it encourages us to let go of the relentless pursuit of others' approval. We come to realize that true freedom lies in being at peace with who we are, embracing our quirks and acknowledging our flaws without judgment. Moreover, Stoic philosophy emphasizes the significance of community. While our journey is individual, it does not exist in isolation. When we embrace our authentic selves, we create ripples that encourage others to do the same. This shared pursuit of authenticity fosters a collective spirit that unites us in a world that often pushes for conformity. By supporting each other, we cultivate a space where genuine expression is celebrated, allowing each individual's uniqueness to shine. As we shift our focus from the fear of rejection to the celebration of our individuality, we transform our perceived shortcomings into strengths. Rather than hiding what makes us different, we learn to embrace those qualities as integral parts of our identity. This transformation not only enriches our own lives, but also enhances our relationships with others. When we present our true selves, we invite deeper, more meaningful connections based on honesty and understanding. Ultimately, the path of authenticity leads us to a more fulfilling and enriched life. By prioritizing self-acceptance over external validation, we free ourselves from the constraints of societal expectations. This liberation allows us to engage more fully with the world, fostering creativity and courage in our endeavors. We find ourselves capable of pursuing our passions and dreams without the burden of others' opinions weighing us down. In conclusion, embracing Stoic wisdom is not merely an individual journey. It is a collective movement towards authenticity. Together, as we face life's challenges with courage and resilience, we build a supportive community grounded in genuine connection.